What is up guys, this is Vishu from SavageCamp, and in this video we are going to look at the yield keyword. So the yield keyword is basically used when you have millions of data and you don't have to store it in your memory to go through each one of them. Now for normal functions you can use a list, set, tuple or dictionary, but if you're dealing with data that has millions of numbers or values in it, that is when you will use this. And to show how it works, let's define an even number list that will have an answer list, and if for item in num list, if item mod 2 is equal to 0, answer.append item, and then at the end I will say return answer. And let's create the num list is equal to x for x in range, let's do 10, and let's do even list is equal to even numbers of num list, and at the end let's print out even list. This is a very common problem that we did at the beginning. If I run this, you will see the list 0, 2, 4, 6, 8. Now this is completely fine. But what happened over here is we created this list and we passed it to a function. This function returned a list back, and this list is stored in the memory. And then I'm printing out the list. For 10 numbers, it is fine. If I do 1000 numbers, run this, it's creating a bigger list. Now, the way you use yield is you don't need to create a list and you don't need to return any item. What you do is yield, you put yield and you put the item. So once you do this, what this is going to do is, when I run this, you will see a generator object. Instead of the whole list being returned, this is giving us a generator object. Let's go back to 10, run this, we have the same output. Now we saw the next keyword. The next keyword only gives us the next value in the list. So if I do list of even numbers, I'm going to create a list out of this and print it out. But if I do next, what this will do is only give me the first value. So the list is actually, but when I do next of even list, only this has been computed until now. That is it. This is what we have. We don't have the whole list. So if I print this 4 more times, I will see 0, 2, 4 and 6. If I print it one more time, you will see 8. And if I print one more time, this is going to give me an error because it says that stop iteration because we ran out of the numbers. So you can treat this generator object like a for loop. So for item in even list, print item, and this way you don't have to keep count of how many items are there. And what this is doing is at a time only giving us one value back. So suppose you have an item that has 1,000,000 numbers in it. When you use the return statement, that 1,000,000 numbers are stored in the even list. Now this 1,000,000 number, there might be a time where I won't be using this for the next 3 or 4 functions. So what is happening then? The 1,000,000 item list is going to sit in the memory. It's not going to do anything. It is just going to sit and take the memory and use the memory without doing anything. And then we print it out. So you're just wasting memory. With yield, when I do print even list, this has not done anything. We don't have any values. This is just a generator object. When I do next of even list, what this is doing is just giving us one value. That is it. It is not storing the list. We are saving. If I do next of even list, and the list is a generator of million items, I have only calculated one item. I have not calculated million items. In return or print, you have the million items in memory. When you do yield, it goes by item. So every time you do it, it's generating one more item in the memory. So instead of million, you have 1, 2, 3, 4 items as you need. And that's one of the major feature of yield, is that it will help you save memory. And tomorrow in the next video, I will show you the difference between them using like memory allocation, and show you how much memory a million item list is going to consume when we return it, and how much memory a generator object is going to consume when we use yield. So that is it, guys, and it can be confusing in the beginning, but it's pretty useful, and I will show you in the next video the difference between yield and return.